Hi, Prema here. We're just about at the solstice, and this is a very special solstice. Not only is it the longest day of the year, but we also have a full moon, and the moon is reflecting the light of the sun, so we have the longest day and then the brightest night you could have on the longest day. So it's the pinnacle of the growing season. In the southern hemisphere, of course, it's the darkest, which also has its specialness too for the inner growth. This summer is, and the summer solstice is about to mark our growth in the world. So, first, I want you to take a look at this year and where you've come so far, and what you've grown, and in the different areas of life, what you've grown. In your work in the world, what have you grown? What are you bringing into fruition? And what do you want to bring into fruition even more in the next few months of this year? Because if you're doing more of your work in the world that feels authentic and true to you, and you are sharing it authentically as well, others will benefit. Others are benefiting. And that is the beautiful circle of giving and receiving that we have the opportunity to be part of all the time. So we have a couple other special things that are going along with this time, and a little bit of challenging energy. Let's face it, there's always the challenges, and the challenges are about asking us to grow, to dig deeper, to move past what we perceive is our limitations. So let me still talk into the sort of magical aspects we have going on. We have Venus aspecting the summer solstice full moon. So we have Venus in Gemini, and we have the full moon happening in Sagittarius. This is the Vedic system. And with this full moon as well, Venus is just very creative and very relational. So really gather around you those who you love, those who you want to celebrate. And if they're not around you physically, connect in with them on a heart level, that these people that you're in relationship with, the ones you know, the ones you want to know, and collectively who we all are as a tribe here on the planet. So take that special time to open your heart and connect in. Venus and Gemini are actually in what we call an exchange, a Parivatna yoga. You don't have to remember any of that. What I want you to know is it is a very deep opening for your heart and for your mind. And I'm very passionate about teaching you to bring your mind and your heart together. That beautiful marriage between the mind and the heart, where the mind, that amazing tool it is, can follow the lead of your heart, your intuition, your deeper wisdom, where your soul speaks to you. And with this planetary combination we have right now, it is a divine opening into your intuition, even more so, and into your brilliance, and bringing those two together. So I want to encourage you to really trust yourself. And how we always say, it's usually the first thing you think of. It's the first hit. Well, I want you to practice that even more so, and practice following those first bits of intuition all the way through, because it is inspired action that brings your intuition into your reality. And I'm a firm believer, and love to share with my tribe, with my clients, on how to really take that inspiration, that intuition, and then align with the soul of your being, with the best of who you are, your deep wisdom, and get that inspired action that's inspired strictly from you, and then to take action on that. Once you start to take action on that, action on your intuitive hits, you will find that the universe will respond to you, and the divine will start kicking your feet in the right direction if they weren't already pointed that way. So really listen to your intuition. There's also an aspect along with where the full moon is in the Vedic system that has to do with the nakshatra called Mula. And I'm not talking about money Mula, but I am talking about money Mula in a way. So we all need wealth. And if you look around you at the natural world, the natural world doesn't have to have a lot of money in the bank to feel safe, secure, and go on producing. There's a deep inherent trust that the natural world will be provided for, even though that may be abused in some way. And there's those of us that are working at protecting that. I know many of you are. But I want you to learn one thing from this, that if you are in alignment and you are on your path and you are true to yourself and you're living with personal integrity, you will be taken care of. That doesn't mean you don't do anything. That means you trust and you take inspired action. So with this, what I want to remind you of is that if you're wanting to step into more of your brilliance, maybe it's a new level in your business, maybe it's partnering in a different way, maybe it's a project, a creative project that you've been really wanting to get out. Look, you're all sitting on a gold mine. We're all sitting on a gold mine. Are we going to sit on it, or are we going to get off it and birth it in the world? I want you to birth it in the world and use this window of time to do so. The other thing that I want to bring your attention to is we do have some challenging energy, and that's okay. There's always challenges. So we've had Mars and Saturn together for a number of months, and they'll be together for a number of months until late in September. But between now and then, we have 1 month reprieve where we have Mars in Libra. Now, what this means is Mars and Saturn aren't pushing and pulling on each other right now. We don't have the Mars productivity, passion, let's get it done yesterday, please, energy going on, bumping up against Saturn like, whoa, let's make sure that we, take our time, and, we some perfectionism can come in here, some in it for the long haul, and that's all great. We need to have that completion, long haul kind of energy. But when Mars and Saturn are together like they are, I know a lot of you have been having a lot of frustration. So this is the time to take action. It's always a time to take action. But now, more than ever, it is time for productivity. If you had things on the back burner, if you've been waiting to launch, if you have projects you're sitting on, or you just haven't been able to sort of get it together now. Take action. I've been encouraging my community, my On Point program, to make short-term goals and to actually achieve those short-term goals. You keep focusing on those short-term goals, and they lead to your long-term goal. So hone in, get some focus. You'll get some reprieve now. This is going on until July 12th. We'll have this aspect in place. Now, the other piece that I want to bring in around this is that where Mars is going to be in Libra is really such a relational place. And so it's a time for repatterning and reprogramming in your connectivity. So maybe if you've had some struggling relationships, and especially maybe in your work, let's allow for some repatterning. That means open up to a new possibility, get in alignment with yourself. Don't project your stuff onto somebody else. They already have enough of their own. And open up to meet and come together in a new place with the interests of all being considered. So gather your beloveds around you. Pray for the world as I would hope you would do every day. Send love around and get to work with whatever it is that you are here for. There is no time like the present. We need what you have. Blessed be. Namaste.